ensure its success in the future. So, the future derivative products following on from them, motorized rickshaws, tuk-tuk. You see the picture there of a tuk-tuk, which were operating in Brighton by a company called Tuk-Tuk, and that was an introduction point. That company was put out of business by the taxi drivers. There are always people against you, whatever you try and introduce. However, the market is still there to be had in the Far East and in India. For example, the Indian National Hydrogen Roadmap envisages having 1 million vehicles, hydrogen-powered vehicles, on the road by 2020, which is not that far away, and 70% of those will be these three-wheeler tuk-tuks. So the market is there to be had, and as I said earlier on, a US competitor has captured a massive part of the Indian market in the telecoms backup power, and we need to be out there as UK PLC and us, as we're trying to do as Auriga, to get a slice of that market for our mutual benefits. And there are a whole range of other products that we will take our system to. So we have a roadmap for the products, and you can see some of which I won't read it out, but you can see that it's a strange development that creates a sustainable business and helps it grow for a return on investment. Right, I was asked to say a few words about the R&D grant, because that's what we're here for, is to appreciate the help that SWEDA has given us. So I start on a bit of negativity. The application process was a little bit extended, more than I would have preferred, because we all have different drivers in our life, and when you've left a job and you're burning up your savings and waiting for the application to be processed, it's quite a painful business. But to the SWEDA guys, it's just a job, you know, it's an in-tray full of applications we have to get through. However, I've had discussions with David Dawson about that, so I'd like to think that that's being sorted. They also, the accountant then also, once we got to the end of the application process, the accountant then also decided that he knew better on how the money was going to be spent, and chopped a bit. But there you go. That's the masters of the universe, and what do you do with accountants? So that's the negativity out of the way, and I hope most of those aspects have been resolved, because we've discussed them with David and with Rambo, who's been helping us in this development. They've been very useful to us in giving us a whole bunch of relevant papers that will be of use in our developments. They've provided links to potential EU partners if we wanted to go chase EU money and business. Links to conferences and events, this event, the one in the Hewlett-Packard buildings in November, other events that we've been asked to come and display at and present at, and events that are happening that we could go to. Exhibitions similarly. And they've provided introductions to potential partners and customers. There is one UPS customer that we're talking to now, where the introduction was made directly by the directors in SWEDA, so we are grateful for all of their help. And we have a common aim. We are here to create a business, create jobs, and create export potential for our own benefit and for our region, so that we can all prosper together. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very good. We've got questions between now and breaking for coffee. One of the questions I would have would be with regard to how do you make that sort of quantum leap in terms of going from where you are now to servicing. Somebody comes and says, 20,000 systems for India. How do you make that leap into?
We've already sorted out a supply chain as far as we can up to this stage. We don't intend to set up a massive factory with a whole bunch of people sitting there with soldering irons, because that would be creating a whole new problem area for us when we've got enough to do in our own systems. So we're allied to a company called Martech, which operates out of Weymouth, which is a manufacturing company. They will be contract signed, but they or companies like them will be our mass production companies. Our suppliers, such as Ballard for the fuel cells, are already geared up. They are in this game to sell us tens and thousands off if they can. So I think we have the plans in place to achieve success in that area.
Any further questions for Charles? No, you're just to get your...
One at the back.
Oh, on the back, sorry, yes.
Can you tell us what the challenges are now? problems are or challenges?
So I've been asked what are my immediate problems and challenges. Well, money is always a problem, so all those millionaires come and see me afterwards in the audience. So the immediate problems are essentially money related. We've opened up the customer base to have an expression of interest with a lot of them, and we are discussing proposals. But getting enough inertia in our own system, getting some investment in and taking it to the end customer is our challenge. The technical challenges we are able to solve, and it's all a matter of how much effort we can throw at it. The rest, the other biggest challenge beyond that, and we've broken through some of it, is from the audience, as it were, the customer base or the world in general, is a fear of the unknown and trying to avoid a change which is they're not comfortable with. So it's overcoming that, but we're helped in all of the things that are coming out of the government and the push for carbon reductions that everybody's signed up to.
How much are you looking for?
We need £2 million in total.
To do what?
To take our products to the production stage and get them out. In the initial stages, in steps, we can do with £500,000 to get it through the next demonstration stages with our customers, so that they are then in a position to make orders for many off after they've been through that stage.